Exactly,
Wow,
exactly.
I talk so well.
You do, and I ask great questions, so it's all about me. Somebody wanted to know who's taller. I would say I am, but no, Rakul's taller.
I wish
Yeah.
I was one inch shorter because you know the problem that I have with being a
Rakul, you couldn't get a boyfriend without quarantine. What are you doing now? How is what 2020 we were going to find you a boy? What
skinny.
happened? You should get on those apps, the Bumblebee, whatever those apps are. Now is the time you don't need to meet. You can at least chat. What?
You know, we can have this conversation outside of an Instagram live, and you it's like it's difficult for me.
Would
But
have you considered getting on one of those apps just to check out what have you ever?
no, I've never ever gone on a dating website. Never. Also with us, Laku, and I'm sure you'll agree, the thing is that you can't just have a profile. And what are the odds you're going to meet people
Arre,
who
ऐसे नहीं रे. Not that you're going to go meet and become serious. Don't take everything serious. Just curiosity's sake. I'm single. Who are those single boys out there? Let me stalk. Like
I,
something, no curiosity. You're waste fellow. I know, but you at least say something exciting. Now, don't tell everybody now. No, no, no. I tried once. Lie a little. Lie a little, bloody.
can't say it all. What will I lie? And do what? Can I tell you the honest truth? You and I gave out so much in the universe. 2020 it is. We will. It's Corona.
It's Corona.
It's like you're locked down. So yet another year. So I'm not counting this year. I'm just not counting this
Oh,
year.
Rakul said this the other day. We were talking the other day, and she was like, in Hindi, you said it. It was really funny. Like, far jaye, whatever, far jaye, this 2020, I'm going to count it again in 2021. There's no truth.
I said, yeah, I said, I'm after I think we should celebrate first Jan whenever Corona lifts, and for all, because we brought in our new year together, and we
Yes.
should revisit that, and forget that 2020 existed and start the date
And
from
we'll call 2021 2020 again. So then we haven't lost.
action.
Sorry?
I say I think we should, but on a serious note, I think even this quarantine is teaching us a lot. It's good for
What are the three things that it has taught you? Like went wow, bolke.
Laku, as much as I'm saying that we're all okay and we're grateful and all of that, and we should live in the present, there is a human tendency to plan a lot, right? You sort of figure your life out that this is exactly what I'm going to do, even if not life. What is it that I'm chasing? What are the kind of projects I want to do? And then suddenly everything comes to a standstill, and then you realize that really there's nothing in your hand. All that's in your hand is to be happy at all points, and your joy should not actually be dependent on these external factors of what am I doing today, am I partying today, what is the work that I'm doing. It should just stem from within. So that's one biggest learning, that to be,
Wow, that's beautiful.
yeah, to just
That's
be
beautiful.
happy irrespective of what's happening around. There's so much to be thankful. Also, I think it's a big equalizer, uh, for all of us, to understand that no one, whether you come from an influential family or you don't, whether you are someone who has a lot of power or you don't, um, the virus is going to attack everybody equally. At the end of the day, we're all humans, and we cannot fight nature, and we need to surrender, and understand that we are not far more superior as we believe that we are, and we can't really take over this planet and feel like we can get away with everything. We can't.
You can't. That's not happening.
Yeah, so I think
No.
it's equalizer which will hopefully put people, help them to stay grounded and be human. I think being human is very important, and I think this should have taught people that.
Mm. Being human.
Yeah.
I wish. People are because I think I've had the most information about what's going on around because I've been interviewing people from the head of the war rooms to everything. um Some are completely in denial, saying, "Oh, we're just waiting. What's the point? We're going to go back to work as soon as the lockdown lifts." Some are really scared. Some are open to what uh, the world is going to be anew. But no matter what you hear from people, all that they say is being human is most important. Knowing your source, nothing, your fame, your name, your
Nothing.
game, nothing matters. It'll come and get anybody. And I've been so careful. You know how what the red room is always full, even if I'm at home or not, to go into that room when it's empty. But to say that no, what is important, to hold on to the people that love you, to have people to love, those simple things that we take for granted.
Simple joys of life. You know, even now there are a lot of people who are getting agitated, and that's a message that I would give out to. I mean, I would want to share that.
That's what I'm saying. Knowing all of this and seeing with all of the people are depressed. They're losing their mind. I've been talking to some doctors where psychologically people have really, I think these series are helping for that such a way, because to show that there is beauty and light at the end of the tunnel and how we can keep ourselves positive. And I don't know why people are so depressed.
And I'll tell you, there'll be many now who'll say that, oh, you have a house, so it's very easy for you to say that, and you have, food and money.
No, we are not talking about, we talked about that earlier. Now people
Talking
take it to
about
the extremes.
the privileged ones, the privileged
Exactly.
who have
Yes.
this and are still upset because they can't go out and party, or because they can't go out drinking, or I mean,
To
I
the
don't
mall or a theater or a
have
restaurant or whatever it is.
first world problems.
Exactly. First world problems.
Yeah.
So, did you ever have, if you failed miserably as an actor, like you were terrible, what would you have you been? Like, what would your alternative career be?
I started with an alternative, Laku. When I did my first film, that was when I was 18, and then I chose to finish my studies. I told you at that point, when I started getting a lot, I had no idea what those films were, or what the southern industry was. And I chose to finish my graduation because I gave myself 2 years. When I moved to Bombay after Miss India, I had told my parents, I'm going to give myself 2 years. If I am able to crack it, then I continue. But if I'm not able to crack it, then I get back to my studies. And I thought I'm going to do MBA in brand management and work with Louis Vuitton and Dior and all these high-end brands. But
Say the names, maybe they'll send you some free bags. We could all use some.
send me a list, maybe, because I won't know all the names. Also, you just message me and say those names right away. But but I think I was somewhere, and this is very important, and I'm glad you brought this up, Laku, because we all want to chase our dreams, but
Yeah.
to chase them, we have to still be in touch with reality. We cannot be delusional about how much potential we have. There are things where I know I'm not good at. I do not turn a blind eye to that and say it's fine, I'm the best, and I'm gonna. You have to work on it. You have to know what your weaknesses are. You have to know how good or bad you are, because only when you know how the things that are not working for you, can you take everything in your stride, in a positive way. And that's something I had in my mind from day one, that if I don't make it, it's fine. Not everybody makes it, but that doesn't mean that the 2 years that I'm giving in, I'm going to have even 1% of negativity. So it's very important, at least I work like that, that it's very important to compartmentalize your thoughts. Great, now I'm going to work, and this is all positive, and let me take back of what's not working for me, work on that, and then start again. But if it doesn't, because how much will you chase? If I didn't make it for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I couldn't have just been saying that this is my passion and I'm going to live my passion. You still have to sort of come to terms with the reality of life, of
This
sustain.
is such a important life lesson what you're just sharing, Rakul. Because people are like, "Oh, I'm going to give this all." Yes, you shouldn't be delusional about what you're doing, and see where your potential lies. And yes, give it that thought or give it that love for how many ever years, but also work on alternative careers or see what it is you could do.
Yeah.
And it's very, very important to compartmentalize it. That's so true. That's so beautiful what you said. That was so profound, my baby. Listening to you speak today, what came to my mind is it's like, how are we friends? We are not the 24/7, I think I'm so attracted to you because you're such a happy person,
Oh,
and you turn ways to make people happy, to bring people together. I say this again, there's so much people don't know about you that I'm sharing today. నాకు హైదరాబాద్ లో నాకు ఎప్పుడు ఇంటికి ఎవరైనా వస్తున్నారంటే ఎప్పుడు 10 మంది ఉంటారు. నాకు ఒక్కరు ఇద్దరు ఇంటికి వచ్చే సూచన, నా ఇంట్లో ఒకరు ఇద్దరు లంచ్ కి డిన్నర్ కి వచ్చేది అసలు తెలియని కూడా తెలియదు. Rakul would say, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm home." "Okay, I'm coming." I'm like, "What do you mean you're coming?" So she was really the first one who started just hanging with me, just she and I. నాకు ఒకరితో ఏం మాట్లాడుకోవాలి, సో వాట్స్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ అంటే ఐ డోంట్ నో బికాస్ ఐఎమ్ సచ్ అ వర్కహాలిక్. సో పని 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 పని, మళ్ళీ పాప, మళ్ళీ ఇది. సో I also compartmentalize and then go off to sleep. So I don't know what it is to pick up the phone and say, "So, what's going on?" and and vice versa. But you really brought that friendship, that camaraderie, Prakash or Rana or us, just hanging two, three of us. I don't think that for me that would have happened without you. And that you're just a happy person. You're a pain in the ass sometimes, but you're a happy person. They're two different things.
I'm a pain in the ass. It's a sweet pain, the pain that you get after workout, which is good for you. You know the.
The, the buggy is waiting. The buggy is waiting. Wait just 2 minutes. So
I don't know.
when we go for holidays, time to time. సింగపూర్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు పాప షూటింగ్ చేసుకొని వచ్చి పొద్దున్నే పద అంది. నేను కోపం వచ్చి లేసి 10 రోజుల నుంచి ఉన్నాను ఇక్కడ, నేను ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిన, పద నీకు కావాలంటే నువ్వు వెళ్ళేసినా తీసుకురా నాకు కూడా బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ అని. Then she sat quietly and got Nibbi ready and then,
Singapore.
huh?
Was it Sri Lanka? Singapore.
No, even in London, remember, you wanted to go to one of the shopping thingy early, chalo chalo. I'm like, no, I want to sleep.
I think for Bista, I said, okay, we'll go at 10 and then we'll come back at 12:30 and then no, we're on a holiday. I was like, oh, we're on a holiday, but we still need to give 6 hours there.
So that's what we're always చెప్పకుండా చెప్తాం అన్నమాట. If we did it like that, then it could be like this.
You
But
know,
really, Rakul, my travel has gotten so much more fun with you. I want 2 days. I've really learned to enjoy life with you as a friend and the people that we've put together, in our tribe, in
yeah,
our echoes. um,
I think
but really,
it's me, Hyderabad, I think became home because of you. You know,
oh,
no, really. When does a city become your home? When people love you. First was that I got so much appreciation from the Telugu వాళ్ళు. Telugulo మాట్లాడనని నేర్చుకున్నాను. Then movies, and then happened you, and then there was friends like family. Where I could say that this is my place, and I think you're right. We're really blessed to have the tribe that we have. I think we have really special friends. We have some amazing friends, and
yes, we do. We're so lucky. Yes,
lucky. Yeah, and I love
yeah.
and I miss you
I
so.
love you. I miss you so much. Come back soon.
I
Rakul, I'm sure people, all the boys who are watching, want to know, what is it that you look in a boy now? 5 years ago, ki ipat ki,
you know
I have shut up and just say, I know everything. Means I can't tell what I know.
uh I used to earlier I had a longer list. Now now the list is shorter, much concise. I think it's after a point come to should be a boy. So
People won't believe that you've been single for so long,
for
but that spell shall break in 2020.
but
People being single is breaking in 2020. Shh. So may you will get
now
killed.
I definitely need to figure something out.
What do you but no, what is that small list? I know we want men
Yeah,
who
yeah.
are funny and good looking and at
No,
least pleasant to the eye, or whatever, but
no,
what are those
that's very
that's traits
secondary for me. When when looks, we talk about looks or what a person does. I think what's most important for me is how driven and passionate the person is in life towards whatever he does.
about what they do?
About,
Okay.
right, there needs to be
What's he really passionate about gambling?
no. That's That's, I don't gamble at all. No, what I mean is driven, right? You could be just
Yeah.
out, but then if you have that drive in you and a direction that you want to pursue, then you'll never be an empty vessel with random thoughts. And it's otherwise what happens is two people have a different pace, and then one outgrows that, and like just does better things with life, and one doesn't, and then that pace doesn't match. So I feel for me intellect is very important. That's the first thing. I need to have a good conversation, and you always say that the conversation to enti, the conversation to enti. But I think for me it's very important to be able to have a sensible conversation with a guy, and I think with that you can gauge how much depth.
Communication and how they're willing to be
Not
and
communication, I think how deep they are as people and not frivolous. I think what I can't handle is frivolous behavior. um uh, you know
entitled behavior.
Arrogance. That's a big no for me. Just be real, just be like how we are, just smile when you're meant to smile. It's not taxed. Just be happy about life. And just bring happiness wherever you go. I think someone who had, and I really believe in an aura, so I think for me positivity is very important. Someone who's cribbing all the time is a big no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you meditating?
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
you finish your 21-day meditation?
Oh yeah, long back. I finished the
Oh,
uh,
how was it?
finished the 21 day, and then got into another round of 21 day, and I'm yet to do the opera one that you told me because I couldn't find the link one day. But yeah.
I'll send it to you. It's my fault. I'll send it. What books are you reading if you're reading any?
So I read Cosmic Consciousness. I started with that. Then I read Chariots of Gods. Then I read Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. And right now I'm reading Women Who Run with the Wolves.
Oh, that's supposed to be an amazing book.
Yeah, I've just started,
W-
but even the other books were amazing. Cosmic Consciousness is all about the world and the cosmos, and I love reading all of this. Um,
Yeah.
was very very intriguing because it talks about what really goes on in our brain, in our mind, how our body.
Which one? The Cosmic Consciousness?
No, why we sleep.
Why We Sleep. What does it talk about?
Talks about what really happens in our mind, in our brain, how our brain functions when we sleep. We often give, me, 4 5 hours of sleep and do your work, but our system doesn't reboot, and that lost sleep never comes, and how it damages the cells that it damages, and how our brain is actually compartmentalized to register certain information as information, and to shun out the rest, which only happens through our REM cycles. So it's very interesting of what's really going on, and our human brain is, I think, supreme. It's the most complicated body that there is, and we've not understood it. So it was very very nice, and I think I promised myself I'm going to give myself 7 hours of sleep now for sure. uh,
Wow, I'm so happy for you.
yeah.
I'm really happy for you. Rakul కాఫీ తాగి పడుకుంటుంది తనకి నిద్ర వస్తుంది పడుకుంటుంది but I tell her don't do that because అది లోపలికి what it has to do, it's releasing those caffeine, so no coffee before going to sleep, just no aiding. I know you can fall asleep
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it doesn't put you in rest. No, only chamomile tea for you right now,
yeah. No,
so
nothing.
that's nice. um no, going to sleep, chamomile tea is great
Yeah,
when you go to, that.
yeah.
But that's great. I've been trying to read a book and I've moved 6 different places and haven't been able to finish one page. Sorry?
Which book are you reading?
I have one called Death and one called Going Deep, Death by Sadhguru, one called Going Deeper, and one Tale of Sita. So I printed them out because there are no books, so I have like these big things. So I think this week I want to spend a little bit on reading, like just, I just said, compartmentalize time, like just give 1 hour and put phones away.
I don't know if you know this. What I have, of course, you'll say I'll do it, but I've made a routine even here. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. You know,
Routine is very important in quarantine. I've been hearing everybody say that
I made
so
a
that you don't lose your mind.
because there's so much I want to do and I want to make the most of this time. You know, because I know that once things get back to normal, we're never going to get so much time again. So I wake up in the morning and that's when I finish my reading part, you know, before my brother wakes up. And so say morning 8 to 11 till we do our yoga. I do most of my silent reading, whether it's my book. Right now, I don't know if I told you, I'm doing a business management course. Yeah. I just
Kiska, that Harvard one?
No, not Harvard. It's another, but because Harvard's like 6 months sort of course. So this is like a concise 1 month course. It just gives you like a nutshell of business management and finance management and stocks and shares and trading and financial analysis and all of that. Uh,
Whoa.
start,
You had me at the first sentence. I said, "Oh, maybe I should learn business management, being here, learn something." But
yeah,
after that came, no, all that I don't need. Baba.
that's
Yeah.
like course. So I've enrolled in two. So you could probably do business management, but I thought it's important to understand because you know my dad takes care of all my finances, and I should know how the market functions, and this is the time that we have to do it. So that is going on, and then in the afternoon when you don't want to really put in so much mind, then I watch the master class where you can just learn from people talking.
I
Just
I bought the whole year masterclass, haven't watched one yet.
Natalie Portman's acting's nice. The science and technology is really nice. The cooking's amazing.
I think with Papa, like a lot of my time, I have kept her time, okay, when she's got class from 11. But when I've kept classes for her, online classes, is when I can do yoga or when you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So otherwise she's like around me. I don't know why she didn't come down today. I think she's with my dad. Like otherwise, my lives, she's been coming and walking like a ghost, like this, like that. And then people see her and say, "Oh, okay, bring Nivi, bring Nivi." Now she's like, now if there's a live, she'll go. Yesterday I had to sit her down. So no more walking around when I'm lives. No more questions. Mommy, can I ask you this right now? No more. Like I had to handle her, dude.
Oh,
Like, but I think with
adorable for people who don't know. I think whenever I have a daughter, I'd want her to be like Nivi, or I'm going to give you. No, I'm going to hand over the child to Nivi to handle because by the time I have a kid, Nivi will be much more responsible and they'll.
she will sort us out. She'll sort her out. Him, her, them out for sure.
She's not a child. She's just in a child's body. She's a very, very, very sorted, mature soul, and
She's a source being. She's the cosmic consciousness for me.
yeah,
Yeah,
she is.
yeah. We're almost at time. Can you believe it? We spoke for an hour.
Yeah, is this your longest life?
No, I've been doing 1 hour lives usually, but I've been very diligent. Some have been over an hour where when I did past life regression and Dr. Newton, because
Oh yeah,
you can't get through all that information in 1 hour. And
passed.
then some I did only 40.
I passed out in your yoga nidra live.
You did? You did. That's right. Yeah.
Out, the phone was on and I was doing yoga nidra with that, and then I just passed out.
I love it. So these series have been great, Rakul. It's been so um, fulfilling for me to really connect people I know and just regular everyday conversations to touch, move, and inspire people from places of gratitude and where we can share our stories, and it's so important to keep the dialogue going because we are at war, but we're at war sitting at home. So, I feel even more morally responsible that as an artist, we need to bring hope to people.
I completely agree, and I think the easiest way that anybody has been at war. when it was World War I, II, Kargil, our Indian wars, and there's so many. I mean, all that you have to do to fight is stay at home, stay happy,
And
stay,
take care. Yeah.
and just be happy about it. Uh, and it's
Yeah.
important to sort of, and I'm so glad you're doing this. To bring that emotion out. The more people that see, even if you bring in a change, influence 10 people, and bring that change in the way they look at it. Um, I think it's good karma.
Ah, karma, dude, karma. What, okay, before we go, what TV shows are you watching that you loved so people can
I saw
write some down?
recently saw this show called Watchmen, which was very very good. It was hot Hotstar. It was very unpredictable, really nice. I'll message you. I was meaning to tell you that you should watch it.
I believe
I lost you. What you
I
believe
said Hollywood. The Hollywood is apparently
that?
very good.
That and I started watching The Last Dance yesterday, which is this Michael Jordan's documentary, which is really nice so far. And I've been hearing, and even if you don't follow basketball, because I never followed the sport, I just knew who Michael.
But Jordan is God.
Yeah,
I mean, Jordan is something else.
it's so inspirational and motivational, and it's amazing. Then I saw Money Heist, which was okay. I didn't really care much. I saw The
You didn't.
Loudest.
I felt
It
like
was
they just
fun.
unnecessarily
I thought it was very. I didn't care much. I thought it was very,
just for the
convenient, right?
shock factor. Yeah, convenient writing. Just for the shock factor.
Because you want suddenly one person to flip, he flips. Then what's the team? And you don't feel root for any character because they're also
Yeah,
the way they react. So I
yeah, erratic. Yeah.
They're very erratic. I saw Loudest Voice, which is about the rise and fall of Fox, and when this whole Me Too campaign came in. The Loudest Voice is also on Hotstar. It's really nice. It's got Russell Crowe in it. Then I saw Morning Show, which is also nice.
Yeah, I saw morning show.
Morning Show is nice. Morning Show,
Did you see Bombshell? Did you see Bombshell?
I haven't seen. I haven't watched. Yeah, nice. Next on my list is Succession. After I finished Last Dance, I've been hearing a lot about Succession, so I thought
It's
I'll.
supposed to be amazing. They said you'll hear a lot. It's an HBO show, so it's on Hotstar, is it?
I'm guessing yes.
Per Perfect. Rakul, May 1st, as soon as the lockdown is done, I'm calling whoever I need to call and to get you back home.
I will come.
I'll
A virtual hug. I don't think we can hug. Then also there'll be social distancing. But yes,
but
yes.
at least we'll be close to each other. And this is the new life, okay?
Yeah.
Once the lockdown is done, you should be even more careful. Now the honeymoon period is over. You got to be careful. So at least the people I want to meet, I've decided that 4 or 5 people, you're one of them. So you better like,
I'm the first.
yeah,
You have a choice.
I don't. Come back soon. I love you. Give my love to Aman.
Yes, I will. Give my love to mom, dad, Nivi. Big hug, and I'll call you separately.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, bye.